Alrighty, guys, let's get on to this one. When we talk about the WNBA, we're talking about this most recent interview. Kelsey Plum, an WNBA star, which I've never heard this name. I'm sorry, no offense. We saw the interview where she's talking about the pay gap with the
Bro,
WNBA, and
I'm a little offended by that one, but go on real quick. Go ahead. Go ahead.
she was trying to make a stance on the WNBA salary pay, wage pay, as always, right? As they always do, and in regards to getting paid more. I mean, what are your thoughts on that, man?
I mean, aside from the fact that I'm a little offended, you don't know who the most recent WNBA champion is, bro. I'm a little, but it's all good. Like, and that's the point. Not a lot of people know that the WNBA has legit ball players,
I mean, the only reason I know the WNBA is because of Phoenix, and we're the Phoenix Mercury, and we
and we
have
got a
Diana
dynamic.
Taurasi
Exactly.
and Brittany Griner, who's in Russia. So,
Hey, man, hopefully she can be found because apparently Russia's bullshitting. But and of course we have a dynasty out here with the Mercury,
yeah,
right? But the biggest thing that WNBA players have had over the years
is that issue of the
is
pay
the
gap.
is the pay gap, and I guess there's a big misconception of them wanting the same pay as their counterparts of the NBA players. All the millions of dollars. Which, let's face it, who don't want to get paid that much to
Yeah, of
ball
course.
out? Especially if you love the sport. But the big thing is that her Kelsey Plum, who was in a recent interview, she was just saying that what they're looking for is just to get pay incentives. Apparently, she doesn't get a dime for her jersey being sold.
I mean, is it really going to make much of a pay thing? I mean, what are you going to get $30 more on your paycheck?
I don't know.
I
I
mean,
bro.
I'm sorry. I
Oh
mean, it's a
damn,
sad reality,
this
but
man.
like,
I
I
get
mean,
it.
do WNBA jerseys sell? I'm sorry. The only one that I've seen sell is the Diana Taurasi one. That's only because she's considered one of the greatest of all time
She's
within the
the goat,
WNBA.
bro. Come on
And we're
now.
in Phoenix, so there's
Well,
something
yeah.
decently to be proud of. Before
Well,
the Suns actually were good.
yeah, that is true.
But I mean, do you think really make a difference? That's my question.
I mean, I think at least their pay can go up just a little bit. You got to think of
Well,
it like you got to think of it like this, my man. You're working hard, right? And imagine if your job did this, because the NBA does this with its players. Obviously, with them, whoever's the top player gets a percentage cut of their jersey being sold.
mm-hmm.
If not, then they don't put their name out there.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
I mean, they have all these shoot deals as well. Why? Because they're getting a cut. They have the players association that helps them out with that.
yeah.
So they just want something like that for themselves to get at least a little bit more.
You know
I'm not
what?
saying they're
I
gonna
can
make
see it.
millions, but they want just their cut.
Yeah.
It's like with
If
college
yeah,
players, when they were struggling before they start getting paid, they want to get paid instead of eating ramens for college players.
which I
But
agree with. Yeah, still.
yeah, they. I mean, I understand y'all athletes, but they're still playing a sport for your school, and they don't get nothing other than debt
100%.
on that front. And then this one, some of these NBA players, and we've seen it, have to go, cross seas to get some extra income.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, I'm
No,
with it. You know what I mean?
I'm with it. I agree with it. I just think the biggest battle is when you know what, and Kelsey Plum, shout out to you because I think you bring a fantastic point. She's not asking the NBA to increase their salary. She's not
No,
asking for anything else aside the fact that like, hey, if we get a revenue cut off of what we actually sell per our name, then yeah, I agree with that
yeah.
100%.
I mean,
Now, if we were talking about these other WNBA players, we're talking about the wage gap. Like, let's be honest, man. I mean, there's no shade thrown at the WNBA, but I mean, the WNBA loses money, and the NBA covers that.
they do. They
Every
about
year. So
I think about 20% of the NBA. I could be wrong on that one, but I know a good small portion of what the NBA makes gets handed to the WNBA to keep them afloat.
exactly, like
Um,
I've been to a WNBA game because I mean, and you go and not even the upper sections is up for sale. Up for sale on the tickets. It's just all lower section. Even then, it's like half full. So
I know, which is it's a real shame too, because if you're especially a fan of the sport of basketball,
yeah, 100%.
you go to watch the game, and these ladies can ball. All right,
Yeah.
they can ball. You know, I get excited when I'm at the games.
Yeah, I mean it's a fun and entertaining thing. I think
Exactly.
they deserve a little bit more support, in my opinion.
Oh, definitely.
But at the end of the day, you can't force people to watch something that they don't want to. They probably don't want to watch. And as much as it's messed up to say, obviously the NBA is always going to be the superior. WNBA does need more support and love. I said that
Oh
much
no, without a doubt. Hey, I'm right. I'm riding with the WNBA as
because
far
we
as
have
being a
the
fan.
Phoenix, we have our little goat
we
here,
have our
so
goal here. You know what I mean?
we have
So
to show the pride and support.
exactly. And shout out to Tana Tarazi. She going out for season number 20, I believe.
Yeah, I believe
2021,
so.
about something like that. Come on now.
Free Brittany Griner.
Free Brittany Griner. Find her. Quit bullshitting. You know, but I think that's where we're gonna wrap it up here, guys. I just again let us know in the comments. Tell us, what you think, if you agree, disagree. Again, this is America. We can all agree to disagree and buy some wings right afterwards. You know what I mean? Which
100%.
we might do after this
With
one.
ranch, not blue cheese.
Exactly. You eat blue cheese, something's wrong with you.
Hey, this is the first I heard the wing part. But anyways.
Anyway, go ahead, like this video. Go ahead, subscribe, and more important of all, hit that notification button. Get notified as soon as we drop these videos out. Hey, we'll catch y'all later. We out.
Peace.